Hey everybody, it's Guy from Wanderlust and Free. Today's adventure is we're going to install a water filter into the trailer, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to get myself into here. I've installed these a couple of times in homes, in our houses that we've owned before, and it provides really nice drinking water. Even for municipal water, you don't have to do this just for well water or water you're not even really sure about. But we've installed these on our municipal water homes, and in truth, the ones installed on municipal homes have dirtied up and clogged up faster than the ones that are installed on well systems. So think about that. Anyway, I'm just getting set up here, and I'll show you what trouble I'm going to get myself into today, and wish me luck, and we'll see what kind of trouble or what success I have on this one. So thanks for joining along, and we'll see how this goes. So here's the system I'm going to be installing. Excuse the mess here. I mean, here, I'll show you around. We're right smack dab in the middle of getting ready, and it's a complete disaster in here. So apologies for that, but anyway, this is the life you lead when you're doing the... Oh, and it's cold here, so I got a little heater going just because I'm only hooked up to 15 amp service at home, where I got the trailer parked. So I don't want to run the little heat pump up here. And as you know from the last video I just upgraded the 20-pound tanks to 30-pound, but the problem is the 30-pound tanks are still empty. So I haven't filled those up yet, and I don't want to just waste. It's easier for me to use the electricity here at my home than to run propane. So anyway, getting back to what I'm going to do today, I've got these RainFresh drinking water systems. I don't know if these are, common both in Canada and the US and in other countries, but we've got them here. I've installed these many times and they work really well. So the plan is to install one today under our sink down in there. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm just getting ready, getting set up. I got to unbox and get some tools, and we'll get ready to work, and I'll bring you along step by step as much as I can. Okay, so here is the unboxing. Got everything out of the box, and basically I have an instruction manual for assembling it and using it, operating it. There's a hose that'll go from the water supply to the filter, and from the filter to this drinking where you turn it on and drink out of. There's a carbon filter and a fine ceramic filter, I think it is. And then there's just some fittings. And then if you look closely in here, this sort of horseshoe shaped thing, that's to measure the ceramic filter, because as it plugs up, it swells up, and you can, once this sort of go-no gauge, if you will, can't fit over that, it's time to replace the ceramic filter. And then over here, you can basically take this scratch pad or this mesh and sand it down and get some of the buildup off of it and extend the life of it. And then these are just bits and pieces for fastening the drinking spout, and then you have the filter housings. So that's all the bits and pieces, and now the challenge is to figure out where I'm going to put this, because the question is, I think I already probably have the answer. I was thinking, do I put it up top, but I don't have room with the sink drop down, so looks like I'm going to have to put it down underneath here and then run the hose up. Hopefully there's enough hose. If not, I can always run over to the store and buy a little bit more. But that's what I'm going to be working on today. Wish me luck. Actually, quick update. I'm going to be able to mount it here, which is really good, because there's the water pipe, the blue being the cold and the red being the hot. So I'm going to be able to mount it on this side. I can mount it right up near the top, and then that'll allow me to be able to just have a little twist lock, so you just twist that out and drop it down, and then you can get the filters out. So I'm going to be able to mount it here, because putting it down there didn't seem like a whole lot of fun to me. I can't get it here because it's just too tight with the sink, the bottom of the sink. The bottom of the sink comes right down there. So I'm going to be able to mount it over here, which is probably even better. All right, here we go. Houston, I think we've already got a problem. So, of course, like I said, this is really made for home use. So basically what you're supposed to do is, this is for the supply into the filter. So the supply would come in and out that way, and then you tee off here to go over to the filter, which I'm going to mount somewhere back there. And there's the, as I mentioned earlier, the hot and the cold pipes. But of course this fitting here is not going to work on that cold. It's just not the right type. So this job may have to pause for a day, and you won't know because it'll just click back right in where I left off. But I'm going to have to try and find a fitting that's going to work. I don't know if I can find one at a hardware store, or if I'm going to have to get something through a trailer sort of specialty Amazon kind of thing. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll be right back as far as you're concerned, but it might be a few days for me. All right. I was lucky to find at somewhat of a local hardware store. It wasn't the one that was closest to me. I had to drive about 25 minutes to get it, but found a fitting that I need that's going to work. So just to show you what I got to do here. So this is one of those, like, they're called shark bite fittings or push connect fittings or whatever. So this will work on the PEX, the 1/2 inch PEX that's back there, the 1/2 inch PEX blue line, and then the T, which is nice because this one has a shut-off valve on it. The T here, this will work well for the 3/8 line. Let me just grab it here. So if I can get it in here. Anyway, the 3/8 line here, just your standard 3/8 tubing. That'll fit into that there, and with the compression fitting, and compress down and make a nice seal, and then it'll go up into the filter. So let me progress this a little bit farther. I've got the tool I need here to cut the PEX tubing, or the plastic piping. Got the tool for that. Then I should be able to fit that on, and I'll get back to you. Took a little muscling. That's a word, muscling. Took a little bit of work, but I got in there. See, it fits in nicely. Just connects nice in there. Where have we been since, what would we ever do now without these fittings that are so easy to use versus the old copper plumbing and stuff. I mean, it was fun, to do the soldering and brazing and stuff like that, but this just makes it so much easier. So got the cold water teed in now, and now all I gotta do is just connect this and run it over to the inlet of the filter. Actually, first things first, I just had to mount that filter housing up there, and I can tell you in all honesty, that was a whole bunch of fun, especially since I had to use my left hand, which is not my dominant strong hand, to put a couple screws in there, at least get them started, and then screw those in. But anyway, just got to tighten that up. But first, I'm going to fit up the tubing to it first. It'll just make it a little easier to fit up the tubing, and I can take it off, especially to reach that. Not this front one, but there's a back fitting back there. Make it easier to do that. So I'll do that first, and then I'll show you what's done. So just to show you, I got the inlet, so coming out from the cold water supply, the blue hose. The tube comes up and then feeds into the inlet side of the filter. So that side's done. Now I just have to do the outlet side. But first I'm going to actually drill the hole through. We're going to come up to the top of the counter, drill a hole somewhere around here, so drill a hole down through there to mount the nozzle for the drinking water, and that'll go right there, and then it'll feed down through there and into the outlet side of the filter. Alright, gonna try something different. I got a little stand here for my camera phone. I'm all new to this, so please excuse me for all the newbie mistakes, but we all live and learn, right? So plus I can document this, me drilling this, and if I screw up, then everybody can see it. I'll have documented proof, so even my wife Danielle can make fun of me. Anyway, I think I pretty much know where I want this to go. I think I want it to go right about here. So just have to drill a 1/2-inch hole per the instructions right through here. So let's get this into ludicrous speed for all those of you who know what that means. And let's drill. There we go. Alright, made a mess. Let's see if I can get this. Oops, sorry. Again, newbie mistakes. Let's see if we can get this out of the way without making too much more mess. I don't know if there's a vacuum. Yeah, there's a vacuum in here. I can vacuum this up. You know what? Let me pause the video for a second, and I'm going to vacuum that up. Alright, got the vacuum here. Oop, don't want to vacuum that up. Let's clean up my mess that I just made. Let's even vacuum underneath here. Come on for a ride. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Let me see. That. Oh. There you go. Okay, that's about all I could get with that. I can wipe that up. Make it a little cleaner later. Get the vacuum out of the way. Alright, back upstairs. There we go. Just like magic. So, now, according to the instructions, we've got this piece here, and we've got this little, oops, sorry, let me put this where I can see it too. Alright, so as I was saying, we've got this rubber washer, and that fits on the bottom part of the water spout faucet, and then that just fits right in there, just like that. How does that look? I think it looks pretty good. And you know what the weird thing is? That's for pouring, so water will come out when it's in this direction, and that's to turn it off. To me, that seems the opposite of what you want. This, to me, would be water is coming, you know, through the pipe and out the faucet, but no. That means water's coming out. At least the one we got in the house works that way. Maybe this one works opposite. I won't know until later. We don't have water hooked up right now, but so anyway, there we go. Now there's a bunch more washers. There's another washer here, another washer here, kind of a lock washer, if you will, and a nut, and another fitting here, but oh no, where did it go? Oh, here. This is the one that actually fits on the bottom of it, and then the tubing, the 3/8 tubing, goes into this end and feeds it. Okay, so I'll cut back in a little bit when I get this all hooked up. Alright, just a bit of a progress update. So everything is basically installed. All that's left to do is just put in the filters. So we got, as a summary, We got the cold water, the blue pipe coming in. It's teed off with that valve. Then the line comes over and connects into the inlet side of the filter, and then out of the outlet side of the filter, which is hard to see. The other side anyway, it comes out and loops around and then goes up and into, I don't know if you're going to be able to see there, goes into the bottom of the faucet right there. So that's the easy part, and then the faucet's up here. And here's the filters. I just got to put those in and I'll show you when it's done. And there we have it. We're all done. I don't know if I can see it a little bit better from over here. Was a bit of a struggle, but honestly it wasn't that bad. This is probably pretty close to the worst spot you could install one of these things. Such a tight space. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but it's under our sink of the trailer. But it's all hooked up. It's all secured. This is always a little bit wobbly, but that's just because of the L bracket that's up there. But it's all connected down here. The filters are in. I actually had to, for the first time, I don't know how it'll be like for the next time, but I had to kind of pull it off of the bracket and pull it down so I could get them in, get the filters in properly to seat up into the housing. And then we're all connected up here. And like I said, you just turn that over for turn it on, put it back up. And right now I don't have water connected, so can't show you how it works, but you can probably imagine that part. And when the water is actually on, I'll just have to open that valve back there. So that's it. Hope you guys like that and got something out of doing that. And we'll have nice clean water to drink from here on in, which is really good. And that's it for me. Thanks. It's Guy from Wanderlust and Free. And appreciate you watching. See you next time.